Good guys, my name is Lord Tomo. Welcome again to another Sonic the Hedgehog toy item collectible review. As you know, I'm Lord Tomo with the good old blue stay Sonic the Hedgehog sitting on my lap, and it's exceptionally hot here in Australia. More so than I could ever imagine. Let's get into the actual review and put this guy aside. This is probably one of the most interesting items I picked up late 2014, simply because A, I didn't know this existed, and B, I was kind of weighing on the options if I should even bother to purchase this, to be honest. Of course, as you can probably see, in the end, I did eventually purchase this. This is, for those who may or may not know, a Sonic the Hedgehog from Dimeware set, or Sonic the Hedgehog dinnerware set. It comes with a plate, bowl, and cup. Obviously, I would imagine this is designed for kids, and I'll just see if I can get a bit of view here. Yep. It is designed predominantly for kids, as you can imagine, and being that it's for kids, how about this? There we go. Being for kids, this is obviously not something I'm going to personally use. I just simply have it just to showcase some of the weirder, more obscure stuff that was currently out there in the 90s, and just throw into my collections. As to how I'm going to display this, I have absolutely no idea. But yeah. So, as per usual, going to go through the box and through the interiors and just give my general thoughts on what I think of this. This is, of course, the standard obligatory Sonic the Hedgehog or Sonic the Hedgehog 1 picture display. It wasn't more prominent in the games in terms of how, you know, how the games had different pictures. I know different countries and different regions had different box art of sorts. So this plays in part to that. It's not exactly a cover from a game. It's just more or less plays in part to the universe, if that makes sense. Of course, you have the obligatory Sonic the Hedgehog, which is standard in most 90s merchandise stuff. You have, I personally think the box art itself is far more interesting than the actual art. It's the pictures and the items inside. Of course, that's my honest opinion. But of course, you have Dr. Eggman or Dr. Robotnik flying there trying to get a piece of Sonic. You have two Buzz Bombers, you have Clouds, and you have a world, and you have Sonic running across a wooden bridge. Now, straight over the get-go, I'm going to have to say this is probably one of the most impacting, unique sort of art styles in terms of merchandise releasing. Most 90s, not all of course, but most 90s, and I dare say even modern stuff, modern merchandise, they tend to have the obligatory Sonic the Hedgehog doing his standard, you know, finger pose, and you might throw in a few badniks and just like, but it's very generic. It's very you see it in a lot of art, in a lot of modern Sonic merchandise, and it gets a bit tiresome, especially if you want to mix and match with terms of your collection sort of stuff. That being said, of course, this one is very impacting. It's very unique. You don't see this. This is the first time I've actually seen this. This is probably one of the major reasons I actually purchased this. But yeah, it's just, you can see the finer details of the world. You have, of course, the Oceanic Land. You have small little hub worlds, or little zones, well, not zones, but little platforms here. It's very immersive, to say the least. But that's that. At the top, you have non-toxic dishwasher safe. You have Sonic the Hedgehog just chilling there. I like this picture actually. It's pretty cute, pretty adorable. You have his headsets flipped around, which is alright. On the other side, you have him doing something completely different. This time doing weights. As you can already tell, this box in itself is more unique. It's one of those things where you just like, you find something pretty astonishing. On the other side, you have him doing the same thing. On the bottom, more weights, and it's by Zack's Design. You can really see everything moving around in there. Hey? It says box printed in Taiwan, made in China and Taiwan, assembled in USA. Now, how does that even make sense? I have no idea. And at the back, you actually have what's inside of it. You have the cup, the plate, and the bowl. Pretty stock standard, pretty awesome. Put it there. Now, let's take this thing out. Put everything. There's nothing else inside the box that I could be aware of. So there's that. First and foremost, let's get down to each item is a hard plastic, as you can probably hear. This one's the cup. It's, as been mentioned, from Zack's. I don't know if this is going to focus. Probably not. Zack Design. It's just a standard stock standard glass. It literally says Sonic the Hedgehog, and on the other side it has Sonic speeding off. Pretty obligatory in terms of its overall design, but it does its job. It's a cup that's mug. I mean, a cup that has Sonic, which it is what it is. The next thing is, this is the bowl. At the bottom it's pretty plain, but of course you have the inside where you have Sonic just chilling and just pretty relaxed. I actually like this one. It's very vibrant. I thought this would have the user would have, either they took very good care of it or they didn't use it at all. I'm gonna swear for the fact of a bit of both. They really used it, probably used it once, but that's Sonic. Pretty awesome, pretty unique thing there. And of course the centerpiece. This is probably something I'm going to put on a display, kind of a hook display, just because it's very prominent. And seeing as I absolutely phenomenally love the actual box out of this, I figured, you know what, why not actually have this on display, probably like that or something. I don't know, I'll mess around with it. The back it's absolutely plain, but at the front it has literally the front cover box art of the actual box itself. I must have said box so many times, but yeah, it does everything. It's very, my cam won't be able to show it, but it has a very glossy feel to it, and it's absolutely phenomenal just the way it looks. It's very unique in terms of its art design, and that's what made me pick this up. So that's pretty much it. Look, generally speaking, I'm never going to use this physically. It is what it is. It's released, the whole set was released roughly 1993. I'm never going to use it, obviously, because I'm a big guy, and being a big guy, and I take bigger samples of food, and this is just very meh. Like, it's so small, so flimsy, you know. But I can see kids, you know, younger kids, obviously, you know, using this. I'm really loving this, to be honest. Really loving it. So you're releasing 1993. I'll just show you the box, just, you know, kind of a finishing up of touch. Released in 1993, comes with 3 sets, the plate, the bowl, the cup. They're all pretty good. They're definitely durable. Would an adult use it? No, definitely not. Would a kid use it for its intended purpose? Definitely, of course. As a collector, how would you use it? I would use it purely display, especially this. I'm going to definitely have this on display at my new place when I get that up and running. How much did I get it? Subject to my minimal research of this, which is pretty much next to nothing. I don't know if this is like one of the super rare items or this is commons or whatnot. I literally just saw it and I purchased it. I think I got it for about $100 including shipping. It's not a bad set. It's an interesting set. It was one of those periods where I didn't have anything that I purchased, like in terms of movies or Power Ranger stuff or anything like that, and I was like, you know what, might as well just purchase it just to see what it is. So a lot of the Sonic stuff that you're gonna probably see in the next year is going to be more obscure Sonic stuff that you wouldn't expect somebody to have, or you wouldn't think that they would make, and funny enough they have. Oddly enough. Rarity, look, I have absolutely no clue. I don't know if this is like the legendaries, which I doubt, to be honest, but I don't think it's super common either. Look, I'm gonna have to play it safe and say maybe 5 stars out of 10 in terms of rarity. It's probably not the most rarest thing, but it's definitely not common, because if it was common I would see this more often, which I haven't. I only seen it once, and of course I could be proven wrong. And guys, let me know what you think. Do you think it's something you would want in your collection? Is it something you're interested in? Is it something that you're kind of like, really? They had to make that back then? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for checking out my review. Stay tuned, I will be releasing more. Peace on, speed on, and take care.